So Charlamagne said this. You think he's right about J. Cole not being on the same level as K. Dot and Drake? Who's gonna go?
He's absolutely wrong, and I feel like that's the case because K. Dot is not on J. Cole and Drake level.
You said K. Dot and
K. Dot is not even on J. Cole and Drake level yet. Like, I wouldn't say yet, but the past 5 years, Kendrick Lamar has been irrelevant.
I'm writing this down. K. Dot is not on J. Cole's level.
Yeah, he's not on J. Cole and Drake level because the last 5 years he's been irrelevant, and before then, those guys were still his competition. So if you competition neck and neck with somebody for say 5-6 years, like it's like the NBA. Guys been in competition with LeBron for 5-6 years. Now we in year 14. They still ain't said nothing. They around. They getting picked up here and there. People still mention them, but it's like shit. I still been able to make the playoffs or conference championship every couple years. You just still barely touching the first round within these last 5-6 years of this longevity battle that we're in called hip hop. Like, when you look back on the game, they gonna look at rappers' layouts, and Kendrick's gonna be like this, and everybody else gonna be like this. Unless he just planning on dropping an album a year. I mean, you feel me?
Yeah.
For the next couple years.
I feel like he gonna come out with something this year, at least 2021, because it's been a minute since he released.
I feel like you gotta in order to compete in the music industry. I feel like when people making runs and you want to really showcase like I'm that dude, I'm that guy in the game. You got to put out music and compete. You can't just fall back and be like, I'm K-Dot. Everybody think I'm already superior. I got classic albums. Like, nah, that ain't enough for this generation. You gotta just. We want to see how consistent you is, because any person that has a studio that's an artist, they can make some music like that if they take 3 years or 4 years and make an album. When was the last time you dropped an album? Like, when was the last time you dropped? That's basically what he's saying. I feel like he does need to drop.
You know what? The listeners, I'm not saying us, because we listen to the lyrics. Obviously, the beat is there, but when we listen to music, we listen to like the whole song. Like, now they shorten the length of songs to like 2 minutes or even 1 minute and 30 seconds. Maybe because of streaming numbers where you can repeat it. Like, they say, oh man, that's my favorite song. Let me repeat it again. Maybe it's a money grab, who knows? But the length of songs, sometimes you only get one verse from an artist. It could be a half a verse now and you can still rock with it. You know what I'm saying? Where back then in the 90s, you would have three verses, and that's the normal 4 or 5 minutes of rapping.
And then you brought up a good point with the listeners because, say I'm a Kendrick Lamar fan.
Yeah.
How am I going to vouch for him over these last 10 years when my homeboys and favorite rapper keep dropping and he in my ear talking about what Kendrick going to do?
You still dwelling on the last album.
Yeah.
He
got still playing.
He 3 albums in.
But they quality though. Them Jones quality.
But as a fan, when do you say, like J. Cole said, one day them fans you got gonna grow up. So when do y'all gonna grow up and graduate from them quality big sets and be like, all right, we at a whole other stage in our life now.
Kendrick,
we not with that girl
Kendrick,
no
if you
more,
watching this, Kendrick gonna watch this. He gonna drop the most platinumous album.
Bro,
it's all respect, but you gotta drop more music. I don't care who you is.
Everybody probably telling you. You trying to get the team straight. That's respectable. That's applaudable. But
TDE is very mystique. Even with all their moves, like SZA, there's what's that? Isaiah Rashad, is that his name?
Yeah.
See, Kendrick, Ab-Soul, J-Rock. Yeah.
They just
even what's his name? Schoolboy Q. Schoolboy Q. Same thing. Yeah, they're very they move.
They low key. They
very low key.
And then just speaking of TDE, and just that quick, Dreamville has almost surpassed them.
They got some artists there too in Dreamville. Yeah, that album was dope too. No lie. So, you say he's completely wrong. How you feel?
about the.
Yeah.
I said what I was basically saying, like, I think that J. Cole.
So yeah, Charlamagne tripping.
Yeah, Charlamagne tripping. Yeah, like for sure. I think he definitely has to put out more music.
Yeah. And Drake, Drake. Scorpion came out 2019. So it's like all of them that they dropped Drake, but Drake dropped singles too.
And he has features.
Yeah, and features, which he, we talked about earlier, the cosigns to the features, But so I'm gonna give you the results. 40% said Charlamagne is right. J. Cole and K. Dot. J. Cole is not on the same level as K. Dot and Drake. They agree with Charlamagne. 40%. That's high. That's high. 60% said he's wrong. So 60% went with y'all. But I honestly, I'll put them all on the same level. That's a tier right there. That's a tier that everyone wants to be at. I look at them like the legends. Obviously, the legends that are alive today, you had to say Jay-Z and Nas, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't touch that tier. You need 20 plus in the game. So I'm looking at the next tier, which is the current elite. That's them. Those three for me. Drake, K. Dot, and J. Cole. That's where everyone's trying to be.
But why is everyone trying to be where Kendrick Lamar is?
I feel that K. Dot to me is elite, even though he doesn't really drop albums like the fans want him to. His amount of work that he has is just quality gold, like platinum to me. Like I love his albums, and that's where to me that's where he is, and he's a superior lyricist as well. So that's where I have him in. I mean J. Cole and Drake speak for themselves. You know
We
what I'm
can't
saying?
knock him though when I put music out. He probably just real passionate about what he put out. So
Yeah.
I can't knock him.
Can't knock him.
But I feel like you got to give people what they want.
Yes.
In the spirit of competition.
In the spirit of competition.
In the spirit of competition.
And that's for everything too.
Yeah.
You just can't. You can't just drop. Let's say basketball wise, like all right, okay, you drop 31 game, but let's see if you can continue this momentum. Because now, if you drop 32, 3, 4, 5 games, we really rocking with you.
Yeah.
Now you can't be dropping 30 and then drop a 5. I ain't saying K. Dot do that now, but I'm just saying the consistency is always best, even in sports and music.
He just got to follow up quicker. He can't give us.
You got to follow through with the shot.
He got to follow up quicker.
Because if
he can't just take that little big gap and then come back with a platinum album. He just got to give us 2 years off, maybe 2 years or 1 year.
And then that's it.
Yeah. But, yeah.